So I'm going to tell you the story. We're going to see how it goes. And because the only way to get better at it is to keep doing it. Okay. So what do you need for today for class? You shouldn't need, you probably will need a block. So you could keep a block nearby. If you have two, you can put one on either side of your mat. So you don't have to fish around to find the one to put it in the right spot. It's already there. Okay, cool. All right, so let's begin. All right. So get comfortable. So the story that I wanted to share with you today is about Garuda. Garuda is a god. He's got the body of a man and the head of a bird and these large, massive, expansive wings. He is the carrier of Vishnu, the god of wind. So the story is about, our class is based today on Garuda, and the theme is to remember your greatness. So it started way back, or maybe not so long ago. Garuda's mom, Vinata, she loved to gamble. And she was always hedging bets, and sometimes she would win, and sometimes she would lose. This one occasion, she lost a bet. And the snakes were furious with her because she could not pay her debt. So they kept her captive in this underground city called Patala. Word got out to Garuda that he needed to go rescue his mom and pay this debt. So he went to the serpents and he asked them, what is it that I need to do? And they said, well, if you can go to the celestial mountains and retrieve some of this nectar, the sweet nectar of immortality, we would clear your mother's debts and we will let her go. So Garuda's like, okay. But you know, I've heard that no one has ever really survived going to these celestial mountains to retrieve this nectar, but it's my mom. Mad at her for all this gambling trouble she keeps getting into, but I love her and I'm going to go so I can save her. So off he goes, he's flapping his wings and he's flying up. He comes up to the first obstacle. The first obstacle is this ring of fire. So Garuda looks around and he notices this river nearby and he takes a big gulp of it and just sprays the ring of fire and outs it and flies on through. And off he goes, continuing on his journey, and comes to the next obstacle, which happens to be a door frame with a metal spike in it spinning. So he's like, whoa, okay, this one is a little bit more tricky than the first one. So he makes himself super, super small and flies on through ever so effortlessly. 2 down, 1 more to go. The third obstacle are these large venomous snakes. So he's like, okay, what am I going to do now? So he opens up his massive wings and starts to flap them and stirs up all this dust. And the dust gets into the eyes of the snakes. And then he pecks them and kills them with his powerful bird beak. And thus he overcame all the obstacles. He was able to retrieve the nectar, to take it back to the snakes to help save his mom. So the invitation today is to remember your greatness. Not once did Garuda doubt his ability to get through these various obstacles. And sometimes obstacles come up in our life, and we have to remember our own innate greatness and know that we can overcome them. So take your hands with the palms facing up, thumb sticking out. Cross your right hand over your left at the wrist, and then hook your thumbs into each other. And then place your palms at your heart. This is Garuda mudra. This mudra helps to inspire. It helps to balance the Vata dosha, which is wind, which is, well, no surprise, Garuda, the carrier of Vishnu, the Lord of wind. And I just want you to hold this here and close your eyes. And just take a few deep breaths in. And out. And there is a mantra that comes to mind when I think about our own innate divinity and our ability to overcome any and all obstacles that may come our way. And this mudra is Aham Prema. And this means I am love. I am divine love. And I'm going to repeat it 3 times, and you're welcome to join me, or you can just say it silently to yourself. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. You can open your eyes and spread your wings wide, just like Garuda. And let's go through some spinal movements. Inhaling and exhaling as we go. Gently warming up the spine. And you can move your wings in any direction. It feels really good for you. However, move however you feel inspired to move. And I'll begin to take it into a lateral movement, moving from side to side. And you can be quite dynamic with this, or if you prefer to hold it still, that option is also available to you. A couple more on each side. And then coming back to center and taking it into a little bit of rotation. Again, being dynamic or being more still and stoic. A couple more. One more on each side, literally. And then take an inhale, sweep both arms all the way up. Bring your palms to meet an exhale, bring your hands into your heart. And then go ahead and make your way onto your hands and knees and take your block and place it off to the side if you were sitting on one. Remember to keep them handy. So keep your toes untucked for this. Hands, fingers spread super wide and wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Moving into spinal balance, lifting your right arm and your left leg out on your in-breath and exhale, bringing it back in. Staying on one side, inhale, stretch it out again, and exhale in. Moving through, making ourselves super small and then super expansive, just like Garuda does as he was flying through that door frame with the spinning spike. The next time you extend, keep it extended. Really spread the toes of your left foot. Place your right hand down. Now cross your left leg to the back of the right. And just kickstand the right leg a little bit more over to the left. Shift your hips back as far back as you can comfortably go. And now walk your hands all the way over to your left. Take a full breath in to the right side of the body. Feel the stretch from the armpit all the way down to your outer right hip. Take 2 more full breaths in and out here. Fill all the way up. And exhale fully. One more inhale. And exhale. On your next in-breath, make your way back to center. Come back to the hands and knees and stretch your left leg out. Place the knee down and re-kickstand your right leg back. Reset and off we go, second side. Left arm, right leg. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale in. Couple more. Really be expansive here. Make yourself as big as possible and then as small as possible. We often forget that we're very adaptable. One more. Stretch it all the way out. Keep it lifted. The back leg. Plant your left hand. Cross your right leg behind the left. And just kickstand the left foot, sorry, a little bit over to the right to make some space. And then shift your hips back. You're not coming all the way back, so the sitting bones are still going to float. And I'll walk your upper body all the way over to your right, as far over to your right as you can. Take 3 full breaths in and out here. Really breathe into the left side of the rib cage. Feel the ribs expand. One more full breath in and out. And then slowly come back to center your next inhalation. And exhale, come back and just reset the body. From here, tuck your toes under this time and shift your hips back, coming into an active child's pose, but you can keep your palms down for this. Energetically claw your talons into your mat. Take a full breath into the back and sides of the body. And exhale, draw your navel in. Moving into our Cobra, Bhujangasana primers. Inhale, shift forward. You can pick your feet up, spin the biceps forward, and exhale, bend your elbows just a little bit, gazes forward. Inhale, press up, and exhale to sit back. You can keep your toes down if it doesn't feel so great for the knees to pick your feet up, or you can choose to pick them up and pull the heels to the butt so you feel your hamstrings kick in. Couple more. Moving with your breath. Let's go for 2 more. Last one here. Come forward and come all the way down. Extend the legs fully. Press the tops of your feet into the earth. Walk your hands off your mat and come up onto your fingertips. Let me just scoot back a bit here. Press the tops of the feet and the legs down into the earth. Pull the navel in. And on the inhalation, start to lift the shoulders up and lift the back of the head up. Come up into a little Bhujangasana here, or some like to call it gecko pose. And see if you can move a little bit from side to side. Just moving with the breath. Any amount here will do. And then slowly come back to center. Inhale up and exhale all the way down. Reground your hands by the sides of the chest. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, press up to plank. And exhale it all the way up into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take a moment here to feel into your alignment. Claw your hands into the earth. Make sure your feet are firmly planted as well. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, spring forward into a plank, Palankasana. And exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog, bend the knees. Couple more. Inhale, move forward into plank. Exhale, just pulse it back into downward dog. So bend the knees so they get pretty close to the earth. Inhale, shift forward once again. And exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, pick your right leg up. Keep the left knee bent. Bend the right knee into the chest and cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh for a downward dog pigeon. Spread the toes wide of your right foot. Keep shifting your inner thighs back in your hips up to feel the stretch in your outer right hip. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And slowly now extend the right leg up towards the sky and step it forward to the top of your mat by your right thumb. Rest your left knee down. Walk your left hand off your mat and more in line with your left hip. Shift the weight a little bit over to the left. Take an inhale, sweep your right arm out. And exhale, open up into a bit of a side bend twist. Hug into the midline and keep breathing into the back of the body. Inhale your way back to the front. Bring both hands to the front of the mat by the right foot and slowly shift your hips back. Pick up the right toes, straighten out your right knee any degree here. Press the right heel into the earth and draw your heel towards the back of your mat. Just bow forward here for Ardha Hanuman. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, rebend the right knee and exhale, downward facing dog. 3 more pulses. Bend the knees generously and inhale, shift forward into your plank. And exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last one. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Keep the right knee deeply bent. Pick your left foot up to the sky. And now cross it over the top of your right thigh. Spread the toes. Move your inner thighs back and wide. Shift your hips up towards the sky to get a little bit more opening on the outer left hip. Shoulder blades firmly pinned to the back of the rib cage. Inhale, sweep the left leg up once again. And exhale, step it forward to the top of your mat. Rest your right knee. Take the right hand back so it's more in line with the right hip and off to the right. Take a full breath in, left arm reaches forward and exhale. Open up into a twist. Leaning over to the right. Pull the left hip back a little bit and then squeeze the inner thighs in. Check the right heel and press down into the big toe mound of the right of the big toe and lift the heel up towards the ceiling. One more big breath in to the left side of the body. And exhale. Inhale. Sweep your arms around to the front of your mat upon fingertips. And exhale, shift your hips back, lift the left toes up for Hanuman variation here. Breathe full and wide into the back of the body as you hug into the midline, creating a bit of stability. On your next inhalation, re-bend the left knee, plant your hands and exhale it back into Adho Mukha, Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, up and back, downward dog. And this time, step to the outside of your hands at the front of your mat. Once your feet land, line up the edges of your feet with the edges of your mat. Bend the knees, shift the weight into the heels, reach your arms forward, or stretch your wings forward for a functional forward fold. Move the inner thighs back and far apart from each other. Lift your toes up and spread them wide, and then reground the toes. Breathe big and wide into the back of the rib cage. Feel it expand and get long and far away from your pelvis. As you exhale, tone the belly, draw your navel in and up towards your spine. 2 more full breaths in here in your functional forward fold. And go ahead and slide your hands to the shins. Lift the shoulders up, come up a little bit to a nice long spine, and then ground down from the pelvis through your legs into the earth. And inhale, come all the way up. Arms sweep around, bring your palms to meet. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Step your feet towards each other for Tadasana Mountain Pose. Release your arms by the side. Take your hands up, cross your right hand over the left, hook your thumbs, Garuda Mudra at the heart. Aham Prema, remember your greatness. Sweep your arms around and up, bring your palms to meet, and exhale, bring your hands down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat, rest the knee down. Hug to the midline, breathe into the back body, and inhale, sweep your arms up, Anjaneyasana. Plant your palms and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward into plank, rest your knees if you wish, and exhale, lower into chaturanga. Slowly come all the way down. Take Shalambhasana, bring the arms around behind you and interlace your fingers, float the upper body and the legs. Slowly release, plant your hands by the sides of the ribs, press up and back, downward dog. Float your left leg up right away and step it forward to the top of your mat. Rest your right knee, hug into the midline, inhale, reach up. Fingertips to the earth, step forward into your fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale into Utkatasana, chair. And now press down, rise up. Exhale, bring the hands into the heart. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale it all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps to the back of the mat, rest your knee. Inhale it up. And exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, Palankasana. Rest your knees and exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, Ardha. Come all the way down, Shalambhasana. Reach your wings. Imagine we're like Garuda flying through the sky. Slowly release and press up and back. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts right away. Step it forward. Left knee rests. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale into your fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair. Shift the weight way back into the heels as you sweep your wings forward and up. Hold it here. Now ground the legs. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Release your arms by your side. One more round. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale it down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, left foot steps back. Rest your knee or not. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, downward dog. Shift forward into plank. Lower into chaturanga. Shalambhasana, open up. Release. Right away, three-legged dog. Left leg lifts. Step it forward. Keep your right hand planted. Take a twist. Left hand to the sky. Hand to the floor, step forward. Into your fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair. Ground down, rise up. Hands to heart. Last time, second side. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale it all the way down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, right foot steps back, rest your knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Getting my Sanskrit mixed up. Inhale, roll it forward. Take a full chaturanga or Ardha chaturanga, your choice. Come all the way down. Pick the shoulders up and sweep the arms back. For Shalambhasana, slowly release. Get ready to press up to downward dog and pick the right leg up right away. Step it forward to the top of the mat. Pick the right arm up for your twist. Hug strongly into the midline. Fingertips reach to the earth. Step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale into your Utkatasana, chair. Exhale, rise up. Hands to heart. Pause here for a moment. If you need a quick sip of water or need to wipe your brow, now's a great time to do so. And to fix your wardrobe as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna face you for a second just to show you this. It's nothing major, but just so we're clear. So hands at your heart center. Sweep your arms around and up. And when you bring them down, wrap your right arm underneath your left, coming into eagle arms, Garudasana wings. Lower the left shoulder a little bit so it's more in line with your right. Press the palms into each other and try to squeeze the elbows in. From here, step your left foot behind you so that the back of your knee is coming into the back of your right calf muscle. So this is a Krishna crescent with eagle arms. Take a full breath in and exhale, bend the knees. Take another full inhale here, move the elbows forward and up, and exhale, arc your body over to the right. Move the right rib cage forward a little bit. Breathe into the left side of the body. Take one more full breath in. Exhale here. Inhale, come back up. Spread your wings, sweep them around and up. And now wrap the right arm underneath your left. No, wait, hang on. Left arm underneath your right. Sorry, my bad. Getting my arms mixed up. Jeez. Lower the right shoulder. And now step your right leg across. Knee comes to the back of the calf. So bend your knees, bend both knees. Full breath in into the back body. Elbows move forward and up. And now exhale, arc it over to your left, opening up the right side of the body, as well as opening up the back of the heart. Breathe into the space. It's fun to think of this as the warm-up that Garuda took himself through before he went off on his epic journey. Take one more full breath in and out here. Ground the legs. Inhale, come all the way back up. Spread your wings wide. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale all the way down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, either step or jump back to chaturanga. Inhale into, can take up dog here. And exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pick your right leg up, bend your knee to open your hip. Straighten out your right leg. Re-square the hips and pelvis, and now step your right foot to the top of your mat. Scissor the legs, hug to the midline, press down through the legs, inhale, reach it up. Spread your wings wide. Take a full breath in. Remember, we're planning to blow out that flame and exhale. Blow the flame out. Inhale, spread the wings, exhale. 3 more times. Inhale. Last one, big breath in and exhale it out. Inhale, sweep it up and exhale, drop the back heel, open up into Virabhadrasana 2. Heel to heel or front heel to back arch. Turn your right palm up. Take a full breath in, reach the right fingertips up and exhale, arc it back, left hand to left thigh, or bring it around to your right hip crease, yogi's choice. Inhale through warrior 2 and exhale, forearm to thighs, to your left arm around, moving into side angle. You can choose to take it all the way down into extended side angle if you like. You can use your hand to a block, or you can stay up on the thigh, your choice. Full breath in into the back of the body and spin the right rib cage and lung forward, deepen in that twist. Strong and heavy through the legs and pelvis. And from that pelvis, reach from the heart now all the way through the top of your crown and the fingertips, really taking up space, making ourselves huge so we're seen. Straighten out your right knee, moving into Trikonasana, Utthita Trikonasana, taking up even more space, being super expansive. Full breath in, full breath out. Rebend your right knee, circle the left arm around to the front of the mat, step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, take up dog or come all the way down for Shalambhasana, you choose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold it here. Oftentimes we forget that we have everything we need within to help us overcome any of the obstacles that we face in life. We've become small and think that we're small all the time, but we're not. It's just a phase that we pass through. Take the left leg up, bend your knee, open up your hip. Straighten your left leg and re-square the hips and pelvis. Step your left foot to the top of your mat. Find your foundation here, ground through your legs and into the earth and scissor them towards each other to give yourself more support and stability. Root down, inhale, rise up. Spread the wings wide, big breath in, exhale through the mouth. Inhale, exhale. 3 more. Last one. Inhale, sweep it up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, drop your back heel, Virabhadrasana. 2. Turn your left palm up, inhale, sweep the arm up, and exhale, arc it back. Stay strong and connected through the feet and the legs. And allow that stability to create more expansiveness through the upper body. Really, really reach. On your next inhalation, move through your Virabhadrasana, place the forearm to the thigh and sweep your right arm alongside the right ear, opening up the heart towards the long side of the mat. Choose to stay here or come into Utthita Konasana and bring the fingertips down to the outside of your leg. Pull the left hip back and under you. Really, really reach. On your next inhalation, slowly straighten out your left knee, moving into Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle. Hand to block, or maybe you place your hand on your shin. You can take your hand to the shin, bend the knee a little bit and push the shin into the hand and the hand into the shin. Take a full breath in, expansive, and really take up space. And exhale, ground down through the earth. From the space of stability, rebend the left knee, circle the right hand all the way down and step it back, downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa or rest. Inhale, shift forward if you're gonna go for the flow. Lower into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale it up and back, downward facing dog. Come up high into the balls of your feet. Lift your gaze to your thumbs, jump or step to the top of your mat. When you land, bring the feet close to each other. Inhale, sweep all the way up. And exhale, hinge your hips back and come into a nice, deep, small, tight Utkatasana. Make yourself super small. Bring your palms into prayer at the forehead. Really unwrap the elbows around the outside of your shins and pull them in. Make yourself super, super small. And even though we're making ourselves small, we're not forgetting our innate divine power. We're tapping into it now so we can face our obstacles head on. Sometimes we need to ground and remember our greatness so that we can move forward and push these obstacles out of our way. From here, take a full breath in and reach. Stay in the chair, but reach the arms up, spread your wings wide. Exhale, either jump or step back to chaturanga. Inhale, take up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Sweep your right leg up, bend your knee, open up your hip. Re-straighten the right leg, the hips and the pelvis, and step your right foot to the top of the mat. Keep your left hand planted. Take a full breath in as you reach your right arm out to the front of the mat. And on the exhalation, turn all of your toes over to the right. And now sweep your right arm all the way around to the back of your mat. Lower your hip, your left hip down towards the mat. Listen carefully from here. Pick the hip back up and spin yourself all the way around to face the long side of your mat. I'm just going to turn around so I'm not backing you. And hope I don't confuse myself. So check and make sure that your feet are at hips distance. You know what? I'm going to stay backing you because I can see my getting myself confused. All right, so feet are at hips distance, not hips distance, what am I saying? That your feet are parallel towards each other. Everybody still with me? Good. Bend your right knee and take your left hand to the outer right shin. Keep the left leg straight, but with a little bit of a bend to the knee, and then hug all the muscles to the bones equally. Move the inner thighs back and the heart forward, creating a nice long spine. Take a full breath in here. Now the exhalation, follow your right hand all the way up towards the ceiling for a twist. Take another full breath in and exhale, slowly come back to center. You might need to make your stance a little bit narrower. Take the right hand across and reach for the outer left shin. So you're in this wide straddle, right arm over left. Move the inner thighs back, move the heart forward. Release the shins, but keep the cross of the arms and move into eagle arms here. Start to move your hands forward and move the hips back. Come all the way up into goddess. Turn the heels in, toes out. Move the shoulder blades apart from each other, guiding the elbows further forward, and lift them up, opening up the back of the heart. Slowly straighten out your legs and move into warrior two, but keep the arms as they are. So straighten out, bring the left foot so it's parallel to the edge of the mat, turn your right toes out, bend the knee. Move your eagle arms a little bit over to the left, hold it here. Slowly open up your arms. Take a full breath in, exhale it all the way down to the mat, step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward plank. Exhale, choose Ardha Chaturanga or full. Shalambhasana or up dog as your back bend. Slowly release, plant your hands and step it up and back into downward facing dog. Come up high into the balls of your feet. Step or hop to the top of your mat. When you land, keep your feet close together. Bend the knees generously so that your thighs are parallel to the floor. And now bring your hands to prayer and place your prayer at the agni, the third eye. And now wrap your wings all the way around on the outside of your shins and really hold yourself tightly here. Pull the belly in. Hold it. You may start to shake, but keep squeezing into the midline. Hug strong into the midline. Connect deep within your core, who you are, your ability. And now open up, be expansive. Plant the hands and jump or step back to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, bend your knee, open up your hip. Straighten out your left leg, re-square the hips and pelvis to the earth and step your left foot forward. Keep your right hand planted and spin all of your toes over to the left. Take the left arm up and around, reaching it to the back of the mat as you lower your right hip to the earth. Whoops. Slipping here. Pick it all the way up. And now spin all the way around into your straddle, your wide-legged forward fold. Go ahead and bend your left knee and take your right hand to the outside of your left shin. Push the shin into the hand. Take a full breath in here, nice long spine. And now exhale, open up into a twist. Slowly come back to center, bend both knees and take the left hand over the right and reach around now to grab the outside of your right shin. Push the shins into the hand as you pull. Move the inner thighs back. Grip the floor with your feet. Release. Come into your eagle arms. Lower the left shoulder a little bit. And now move the hips back as you move the arms forward, creating this nice long flat spine. Ground the legs. Inhale, lift up. Turn your toes out, heels in, goddess. Rise up. Turn your left toes to the front of the mat. Move the right heel out to bring the foot into parallel. Bend your left knee. Take your eagle arms, your wings a little bit over to your right. Hold it here. Inhale, spread the wings wide. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, you choose, full or half. Shalabhasana or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. 2 more rounds of breath. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last one. On your next inhalation, sweep your right leg up. As before, bend your knee to open the hip. Straighten the right leg out. Re-square the hips and pelvis to the earth. Step it forward. Find your foundation here. Draw your right hip back, hug into the midline, and inhale all the way up. As you exhale, bring your hands out in front of you, palms face up. Cross your right wrist over the left, hook your thumbs. Bring your hands to your heart. Shift the weight into the right leg a little bit and hop your left foot in. Getting ready to take flight. Take a full breath in. Exhale, shift into the right leg, float the left for warrior 3. Keep your mudra at the heart. Aham prema. Aham prema. Aham prema. From here, bend your right knee, bend the left. Come up to a standing position. Bring the left knee up in front. Spread your wings wide. Cross your left leg over the right, left arm under the right, but don't come all the way in. Make yourself small and then expand back into warrior 3. Come forward again. Cross and expand. Cross and expand. 2 more. Cross it over. Whew. And expand. Last one. Cross it all the way over into your Garudasana. You can hook the left leg around the back of the right, but draw your left hip back if you're going to do this. Left arm wraps underneath right. Lower the right shoulder. Move the elbows forward and up. Hold it here. Now the double wrap is challenging, so you can stick with a single wrap and just root your toes into the earth. Remember I said to keep your blocks one on either side of your mat. Here's why. Slowly unwrap your arm and leg. Reach your right hand down to the earth and unfurl your wings into Ardha Chandrasana. Rebend your right knee, softly plant your left foot to the back of the mat. Cartwheel the hands all the way to the back of the mat. Plant the right hand, spin the left toes out, rest the right knee. Twisted monkey lunge, reach your left arm way out in front of you. Bend your right knee and sweep the arm around and back to grab your right foot. Take a full breath into the back of the body, and on the exhalation, draw your left shoulder back and kick your foot into the hand. Lean a little bit over to the right and open up your heart up towards the sky. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Remember your greatness. Slowly release. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, rock it forward, plank. Rest your knees if you wish. Exhale, lower. Come all the way down. Take it into your Shalambhasana or maybe Cobra in honor of the venomous snakes that Garuda killed with his powerful beak. And exhale it up and back. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, bend your knee, open up your hip. Re-straightening the leg, re-square your pelvis and hips and step it forward. Hop your right foot in just a smidge in preparation for our flight. And come all the way up. Hands down by the sides of the body. Bend your elbows, cross your right wrist over the left. Hook the thumbs, hands to heart. Aham prema, aham prema, aham prema. Shift your weight into your left leg. Float your right. Draw your left hip back as you spin your right inner thigh up towards the sky for your warrior 3. Hold the Garuda mudra. Feel inspired to take flight, to meet your obstacles head on, and know that you will overcome them with ease. Bend both knees, come to an upright position. Open up your wings and reach the right leg back and cross it over just enough to make yourself small and then become expansive 3 more times. Right arm is going underneath left this time. The thing to remember is that when we make ourselves small, we don't stay small. We are choosing to make ourselves small so we can reach our goals, not because someone is making us feel small by putting us down. Come into your Garudasana, cross the right leg over, right arm under. Lower the left shoulder just a smidge. Move the elbows forward and lift them up. Lift the upper body up a little bit here. Squeeze the right leg over the left. navel to spine. Breathe into the back body. Unfurl your wings into Ardha Chandrasana. Left hand reaches to the earth. Open up your right shoulder and hip onto your left. Spread your fingers and your toes wide. Be expansive. Draw your left hip back a smidge as you spin the right inner thigh up. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Carefully bend the left knee. Rest the right foot to the back of the mat. Spin or windmill the hands back to the front of the mat. Turn the right toes out as you plant your left knee. Sweep the right arm forward, full breath in and exhale. Reach around, bend the left knee, grab your foot. Twisted monkey lunge. Press the foot into the hand. Take a full breath into the left side of the body. And as you exhale, spin the left lung over to the right. Draw the head of the right arm bone back and spiral the heart up towards the sky. Take a full breath in, slowly release. And exhale it all the way up and back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, shift forward, Palankasana. Rest your knees. Exhale, lower into your Chaturanga. Come all the way down onto your belly. Sweep the arms alongside, lifting up. Slowly reground the hands and press yourself into Balasana, child's pose. So walk your knees wide, bring your toes into touch. Forehead to block or stacked fist or to the earth. Tuck your wings along the side of your body. And breathe deeply in and out through your nose. Move your wings around to the front and slowly come up, leading with the back of the head. Bring your legs around to the front. And bring the soles of your feet together. If you need to sit up on height, we're moving into Baddha Konasana. So having a little bit of height underneath the hips can be helpful for this pose. Bring the soles of the feet together and your heels close to your groin, holding on to the ankles. Take a full breath in into the back and sides of the body. Spine is super long. And as you exhale, hinge forward any amount here, maintaining that nice long spine. Squeezing the outer hips here, the glutes, feeling the knees move a little bit closer to the earth. You can use your elbows to help push them down and do so on the exhalation. So take your breath, create that space, maintain the space, and then exhale, guide the knees a little bit closer to the earth. From your pelvis, round down into the earth and inhale, rise up. And exhale, release. Just going to come off of my prop. Stretch your left leg out in front of you. Press your heel into the earth, firm the muscles to the bone. Bring your right knee up. Take your right hand behind you in line with the butt cheek. Big breath in with the left arm up, and exhale. You can choose to either hook the elbow on the outside of the thigh or wrap your arm around the shin and hug it into you. Turning over to look over the right shoulder in that general direction. And inhale, reach your left arm up. And exhale, reach the right arm up and twist over to the opposite side for an open twist. Keep the right knee hugging in. And inhale, slowly unwind. Exhale, release, coming into Janu Shirshasana. So let the right knee come out to the side. Support it if it's floating off of the earth. You can even take it a little bit wider so it's more 90 degrees. So we're going to fold to the center. So not over the leg, but in the middle. So ground your legs, take an inhale, reach both arms up, and exhale, hinge your hips back as you reach forward into the full fingertips to the earth. Breathing deeply and fully, filling up the lungs, blowing out the flames. Ground your legs and inhale, reach up. And exhale, release. Second side. Right leg out, left knee in, moving into our twist. So choosing to either wrap your forearm around or bring the arm up and anchor it on the top of the thigh. You decide which option you prefer. Full breath in and exhale into your rotation. Stay grounded and vibrant in your right leg and toes. Inhale, sweep your arms up and windmill them over to the other side, moving into your open twist. Remember, the left knee may want to get lazy, so keep the inner thigh active, hug it in, maybe push it into your tricep of the left arm. And inhale, reach it all the way up. And exhale, release, moving into our Janu Shirshasana. Supporting your left knee if necessary. Full breath in, reach it up. And exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. And ground your legs in. Inhale, reach it all the way back up. And exhale, release. Move your props out of your way. Come onto your back into constructive rest. So just to remind you, constructive rest, feet wide, knees fall in. 3 rounds of breath here. Bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a great big embrace. Wrap your wings around your shins, fold them in nice and tight. And then spread the legs and wings wide. Go ahead and cross your right leg over your left, coming into full eagle leg. So including the tucking of the foot behind the left calf. And take your right arm underneath the left, full eagle arms. Bring the elbows and knees to touch. Nod your chin, lift your head and shoulders up, making yourself absolutely tiny. And now inhale, tap the toes to the earth, lower the head. And exhale, come back to center. 4 more. Inhale to lower. Exhale. 3, 2 more. 4, last one. And 5, hold it here, squeeze it in. And then expand, spread the legs and arms wide. Big straddle, and I'll cross the left leg over the right. Tucking the foot in if you can. Left arm underneath, wrap it all the way around. Hug it in really nice and tight. 5 reps, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug it in, hug it in. And then release, spread it out. And then draw it back in. Feet to the floor. Walk the feet a little bit wide, and once again, come back into constructive rest. Cross your right wrist over the left, hook your thumbs, bring the hands to the heart. Just breathe. Release your wings by the sides of the body. Palms can face up or down. Walk your feet back to hips distance, preparing for Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, bridge pose. If you have your block handy and you care to make it more restorative, when you lift your hips, slide the brick underneath the sacrum. Otherwise, you can keep it energetic. And press down into your feet. Tone your legs, your glutes, and your belly. And inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, pause here. Feel free to tuck your wings underneath you, moving yourself into a little bit bigger space. Chest is lifting up towards your chin. Gently press the back of your head into the earth. Keep the inner thighs active. Wherever you are, slowly release. Coming back to eagle legs once again. Last time, cross your right over your left. Scoot your hips over to the left and lower your eagle legs over to your right. Now, if this feels like too deep of a twist for you, you can unwrap your legs, but just be mindful of your shoulder blades. Make sure they are staying on the ground. If they're not, and you have your block handy, you can support your shoulder blades with your block or with your rolled up towel. Oh, definitely too much for me right now. Oh, wait, I have my pillow. There we go. Tone the belly. Inhale back up to center. Oops. Exhale, release. Change the cross of your legs. Just scoot the hips over a little bit and now lower over to the opposite side. Okay, a bit close to my wall. Okay. On your belly and slowly bring your knees back up to center and cross the legs. Readjust fully onto your back and bring your knees into your chest. You can take it into a form of happy baby, Ananda Balasana, either holding onto your big toes or the baby toe side edges of your feet. Draw the shoulder blades back, shoulders down to the earth, heels over knees. Tilt the pelvis forward so the sacrum gets heavier and the lower back lifts. Take a full breath in, full breath out. And when you're ready, you can release. And if there's any other pose that you'd love to do to close your practice today, feel free. Otherwise, you can extend your legs fully, one foot each corner of your mat, arms alongside your body. In preparation for Shavasana. Once again, becoming aware of your greatness, becoming aware of your breath. You're starting to wake yourself up. Take a big breath in and stretch it all the way out. Then exhale, let it all go. Scoop your knees into your chest, give yourself a big hug and squeeze, and then release your feet to the floor. Roll onto either side and pause there for a moment. And then make your way up, come into a comfortable seated position with your palms facing up. Cross your right over your left, hook your thumbs. Bring your hands into your heart. Extend the arms. Spin the hands around into Anjali Mudra. Bring your hands to your third eye. And then to the heart. Aham Prema. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me this morning and trusting me to guide you through your practice today. Be free, be true, remember your greatness. Namaste. Rasa